So as I mentioned, you're a provisional psychologist here in Calgary. What led you to the psychology field, especially after a long career, a continued career in the oil and gas industry as a landman?
Yeah, no kidding. It's a long and winding road. I've been done a whole bunch of different stuff. Out of high school, I thought I'd be an engineer. I like kind of building stuff, like meeting people's practical needs with that kind of thing. Yeah, I did all the calculus and stuff and went and did a year of university engineering and
Okay.
realized I was like, oh wow, this is not what I thought and what I expected. And I met a bunch of other guys who like kind of had a vision of doing what I wanted to do, but they actually like loved all parts of it, the math and the helping out stuff. So I was like, I got to change this up. I shifted gears and thought I'd train to work as a pastor, which I did. I went to school, did a degree in theology, and I did a master's degree in divinity, and I worked for a little bit as a pastor. Like to be honest, quite a lot of like anxiety about like kind of more front-facing leadership roles,
Mm.
and worked as a pastor for a while, but honestly felt I was terrible at it, even though I don't think I was that bad at it. But I did that,
Bit of
and
imposter syndrome, maybe, if I'm hearing that correctly.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. So kind of had kind of some great, but also some hard moments in that. But realized I needed a pivot. So yeah, like gosh, 12, 13 years ago, I switched and I worked, it's called as a landman in oil and gas, just managing leases and contracts for companies, different varieties. And so it's a
There's
long and
nothing
winding road
just
to get
about being a landman. There's a
just
lot
in,
that goes into being a landman. There's
just
nothing
in
just
the
about that
telling.
role.
Yeah. Yeah, so I worked in that for a while, and then that probably wasn't like the greatest fit, and my body told me that. So I like lost vision in one of my eyes just on account of not coping with stress and stuff real well, and probably not having like a massive amount of kind of passion or thrill for doing the business side of that role. Realized I needed to change. I thought back about the different moments in my life that I found particularly meaningful and that I was helpful, and people said found that I was being helpful to them. And it was a lot more to do with just kind of one-on-one chatting with folks, trying to help them figure out what was causing some distress and figuring ways through it. Yeah, I did a retrain. I did another master's degree in counseling psychology. And yeah, even though I'm like getting the gray hair and long in the tooth here a little bit, I'm learning all sorts of new stuff all the time and decided to go the route of registering as a provisional psychologist with the College of Psychology in Alberta, partly because there's like a level of competence required for sure, but also just helping out people like claiming through insurance and trying to make it more accessible for people and that. So yeah, that's why I'm kind of practicing under this current license. Is that
That's great.